doing certain videos about it. Like it's still hard for me to talk about X just because you know it's still a surreal thing that these young men that were very talented, their life got taken away. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
um, yeah, but they're all naming legends. And Uzi, I haven't had like a really because I feel like a therapist at this point, right? With even how I say I talk to Young Boy, and I'm kind of almost like I reflect on the conversations and thinking about how his mind works, and same with X. I haven't had those conversations with Uzi yet, honestly. Um,
Makes sense. Yeah.
it,
I mean,
maybe one day.
I'm sure they would somehow uh, at least give you a bit of credit and value your opinion a little bit. Because even though you're not, let's say him or him, I think you talking to one and you talking to another, you talking to another, you have like a lot. It gives you a lot of tools to understand. Well, another might go to because there's maybe some correlation there. You know, you're kind of like the web in between. And I think that itself holds a lot of value. I think you shouldn't underplay that. Um,
You're right.
I'm not. Every time I have somebody I'm talking to, people always want me to ask some dumbass shit, right? Like they're gonna put some names out, like a girl's name. I'm like, okay, this is probably his ex. This is probably his. I'm like, okay, we're not gonna
Now I
fucking
don't
go
think
there.
they know
So
my
I'm
ex
thinking,
on here. They're probably just gonna say random stuff. Yeah, no.
um, uh,
You can say
what
whatever. It
what
doesn't matter.
what happened between you and Blueface?
Uh, Me and Blueface. So, Blueface, I believe, is an abusive relationship with his girl. Like we saw some videos of like, he's wearing shades all the time now. I see him with a black eye, this and third. So I basically told him, I'm like, yo, listen, man, you got to get out of that situation. He didn't appreciate it that much. He started coming at me, and then eventually, which he said he quit rap, which is kind of like I was upset at that, but I don't even know why I was so upset at it because I felt like I'm gonna tell you why I was so upset at it because I meet so many people that are dying to be rappers that I do
Yeah,
look at people who take when when they've made it for granted. And I remember kind of being tough on him, like, yo, you know how many people kind of really want to be this? But I think he just genuinely
yeah.
fell out of love with it. And it evolved into some back and forth smack talk into he's like, yo, let's get in the ring, man. And now we're possibly entertaining a like a boxing match. You know what I mean? Would you ever get in the ring with anyone?
Um, well, me and my brother used to do a little bit of mixed martial arts when we were younger.
Oh snap!
But I never actually thought about fighting it. But believe it or not, I think it's cool to know a lot and be ready to fight if you have to. But
Mm.
I think doing the action of fighting, I think is unnecessarily risky. I think like the listen, I sound like a fucking mom trying to put a helmet on his kid, okay? But I just think it has there's a lot of things like CTE and stuff like that, injuries. I think a lot of things will ruin your life. Like one bad punch, one bad fall, and I think that's like a risk that I'm not. I live for other things, and I don't want to risk everything because I want to fight or something like that. You know, it's just not who I am, right? And I'm okay with that. People say that yeah, I'm a pussy. Well, I'm a breathing, living, still fucking sound mind, somewhat thinking person, and I value that a lot. And I always value that a lot. When I was skateboarding as a kid, I had this big ass mushroom mother sucker helmet, okay, and I would hit my head like crazy hard, and I would never get a concussion. I would never get headaches because I was invincible with that fucking thing on it, okay, and I protect my head. And I think fighting is fucking. I think it's risky. I'm not trying to die or become fucking moo, you know.
Yeah, no, I get you, and that's why like I think like I see a lot of long term effects of consistently. But I seen Jake Paul talk about it. He said that he feels like he's beginning to feel some effects of it where he feels like sometimes his speech is slurred, and yeah, there's a chance of CTE, of course, right? So
Yep. Yeah.
I wouldn't be a boxer, but like if it's like here's this
One
one
fight.
off type of thing, like you know what I mean, you know,
Yeah, yeah. If a fight here could be fun, yeah, for
yeah.
sure. Um, all right. Um, closing it off. With your current ongoings, where do you think is like the point where it's done and you're over? Like, what is the point you really want to get at, right? And you're like at a fulfilling career, like this is the final height. What is that height for you?
I'm I'm glad you asked that question. I'm in a process of searching because I feel
Yeah.
like I develop new passions. And like for example, I'll tell you some goals for this year. I kind of want to start expanding my brand a little bit more. I want to open some new headquarters. I want to start going to some new cities. But the reason why I said I'm in the process of searching is because I I there was a moment I thought that being here would be the final point where I would just be like, oh, I'm just super happy. I have like some nice cars and I live in a nice house. And no, I'm at the point where I'm like, yo, try to do different things, challenge yourself, just like you've always challenged yourself. Why not try to do a comedy show? Why not try to write a book? Why not try to be in a movie? Why not try to shoot a movie? And it's those things that like passion projects that keep me because I, I'm I'm not sure if this is exactly healthy or not, but
Go ahead.
my entire life is this. Like this is what I enjoy the most.
Yep.
The thing I enjoy the most, like I feel this is cliche, like
Keep going.
Big Sean said it one time. He was like, yo, F a vacation, I feel better at work, right? And it's sounded corny a little bit, right? But still, like
No.
the thing that gives me the most fulfillment every day is literally doing having the freedom of saying I'm gonna get up and I can't wait to entertain. Shit, when I get on stream, I'm about to like I feel like a basketball player. When I get on stream, I feel like I'm like I gotta drop 30 at least, But even now, it's like I feel like once I've had an audience that's kind of like growing up with me, I'm like, yo, it's like limitless what I could do. Like I literally feel like I could shoot like I'm about to start doing some documentary stuff and I want to do like a premiere. Like I want to do everything, bro. And it's passion projects that's kind of pulling me from thing to thing. So if you ask me what's the final thing, I wouldn't even know what form it would take because I'm still searching. And maybe I get to a point where I'm like, yo, I'm just completely like done. But like I'm just not even close yet. So for me at this point, it's like challenging myself and you know, I, I, so there's if you ever heard of Lauren Hill made this amazing speech. I love her. She's such a beautiful soul and also just a brilliant mind, a genius. She said life is all about two things, learning and mastery. And he says,
Yeah.
and she says that like it's basically like hills and valleys in a bit. And the human experience, we see a lot of people who yearn to just stay at these hills in their life, and they stop growth and they stop progress because
They plateau.
they're like, hey, I'm good at this one thing, and I never want to do anything else. And like these days, I feel like I'm good at doing what I do. I'm good at my job, and I still want to do it, and I still want to do all the things I do now. But I want to add more things to it. I want to be able to. I don't want to only feel like, okay, great, you've mastered this one thing, but I want to be the person who's learning again. Be like, hey, this is how you're supposed to move on a movie set. This is how you're supposed to act in a scene. This is how you act. This is how you get these. Like, that seems challenging to me. And honestly, searching for challenges is kind of what's been like. I'm terrified of getting on a stage to do comedy, but that's what it's told me this year. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to go. You got to go overcome that fear because that's what makes I ain't gonna jump out no plane or nothing. But that's for me what makes life like. And even if I fail, right? I know myself. I'm like, yo, all right, come on, go do that shit again. Fix this. Work on this. Be obsessive about it. And I think that's beautiful though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's the fear, and then the branch between success and fulfillment, and then disappointment, right? It's that ecosystem that keeps you into the loop, right? It's what makes you do it in the first place. And on top of that, I think now that I understand your path on how you made it over here, right? I think I get that you found the system that you like, you're passionate about, and you've learned about the system until, and then you learn more and more, and then you mastered it, right? And it's cool to get at certain heights and make it somewhere, right? But I hate to be cliche about like it's the journey, but it's really the getting better at understanding these systems. It's the fact it's getting better that's the most fun, and then feeling like you could do that and you want to do it in other fields is really cool because then you wanna replicate that thing where I don't know nothing about this and I'm gonna try to understand these systems now with fucking music or acting or writing or something like that, right? And that's what makes people what they are, and then people will always go and they hate and they'll say, "Oh, dude, yeah, but you didn't go to school for this." Who gives a fuck? Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
When you're somebody who gets fine systems, understands them, and then makes something with it and succeed, you can do whatever you want. There's no boundaries. So I'm glad that there's no retirement. That's kind of how I always felt about it. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really enjoyed my time with you, man. I don't want to keep you for too long. Thanks for doing it. Also, I'm really glad that you actually sent me replied my DMs and showed up, man.
No, of course, man. No, I appreciate you. By the way, I think this is dope. Um, I think you're doing some really positive shit with your platform. Um, you're allowing creators who may not have access to your audience to be like, hey, listen, let me get to know you. This is a very, I feel like this is a humble move of yours. You get what I mean? I don't think you have to
Yeah.
do this, but I think you definitely open up your platform to open up your platform and also like your mind to like see what other people have going on and genuinely be interested. I think that's dope, bro. So I appreciate
Oh,
you.
thank you,
I
man.
appreciate you and thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, well, I can't say anything more. That was fucking perfect. Thanks for everything. Thanks for your time. And man, fuck. Good luck with the future and everything you're doing. Um, anything you're working on that you're proud of that you want to share, or shout out something like that, or
Yeah,
okay.
if I do a podcast on Spotify. Salute to Spotify,
Yeah.
they're my partners. It's called Off the Record. I do, obviously I stream here on Twitch, but like other than that, I'm usually doing my podcast. I sit and have great conversations with random people. You know what I mean? I've had some very entertaining episodes. If people could check that out, it's called Off the Record. That's all, brother.
Yep. Wicked. Thank you, man. Thanks again. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your stream, and hopefully we meet again, man.
Of course, my
Make love.
brother.
Take care, man.
All right, peace.
Peace.
All right. Whoa, what the hell is this? All right, chat. All right, okay. Now, your xQc, very cool dude. I like him. He's humble, man. Yo, we're almost going on 8 hours here. Yo, chat, you know what this means? Y'all not seen me for like 2 years. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Relax. Oh, let me get out of this chat. No, he's a cool dude. All right, people. Why does everybody keep telling me, yo, AD quit his job? Like, what's wrong with y'all, my dudes? Let me see. Can I get the webcam back on? Okay. Chat, I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty much at the end of the fucking stream. I was about to get off, then I talked to my mans. What's going on with AD? I'll look at what's AD's thing. What's AD's thing? AD was on live tweaking. AD